Because that's what she is. A fat, ugly man that stole my motherfucking money. Bitch. And if you watching this, I said what I said. Oh, color purple. Till you do right by me, everything in your life gon' crumble. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another video. I seen the shit I see, but no responding. Bitch, spell check your speak. If you're not part of AP game, what you doing? You better join. Okay, y'all. So as you can tell by the title, today we're doing a story time on how my assistant stole $5K from me. We got the wine. I'm drinking on this. It's 17% and it's very strong. So, and yes, I have this ugly straw in my wine cup. I got lip gloss on and I just didn't want the marks all on my drink. But yeah, so let's get into it. Okay, so where do we start? Where do we start? Okay, so I don't do hair on Sundays. We're about to go to the Millennium Tour. Remind you all of this. This is back when I was at my shop that I had. I was running out and it was just like me. And I'm not gonna say her name. We gonna call her Suzanne. We're gonna call her Suzanne. So my sister her name was Suzanne, and me and Suzanne was supposed to go to the Millennium Tour this Sunday. Now I had like a raffle going on or whatever, and my raffle winner, she won like a wig with some color or something. It was like pink. So fast forward before all of that, that's just details to get y'all, get y'all there. So I was picking my tickets and I was gonna do my raffle winner hair on Sunday before the concert, right? Because I had to go up there anyway to do my hair. But the day we were supposed to do our hair the day before, right? But we ended up not doing our hair the day before because she said that she had to go and pick her. And y'all, I got the receipts too, bitch. Don't play with me. Like, this really happened. So she's claimed that she had to go to the airport to take her mama to the airport. Now I remind you, it was about late as shit when we was supposed to be doing our makeup and stuff. So it was kind of weird. It gave me a no. This is before that. I'm skipping parts. So when she told me, yeah, I came down. So I had hit up Isis because Isis was supposed to come to the shop because some shit had happened to her or whatever. And we was like, you could pull up to the shop. We could just talk and smoke and chill. So I hit up Isis. I'm like, yeah, girl, you feel me? We can, if you still want to smoke and talk or whatever, like, we can still do that or whatever. We can just go to my house or whatever, and we could just sit in a car type shit and just vibe out like that. So she like, okay, cool. She text me like, she called me like, what you doing? No, she texted me like, what you doing? Where you at? And I'm like, girl, I'm at my house. Like, pull up. Like, Isis about to come over. We about to smoke. We about to chill. Like, pull up. So she like, oh no, like, I'm good. I don't feel like it. So I'm like, okay. I'm like, okay, cool. Like, I really didn't think nothing of it because, this my friend for real. Mind you, this was my bitch for real. Like, I told her everything. We talked every day. The bitch met my family. Like, me and Suzanne was tied in. The next day is Sunday. Okay. Hush, Winter. Hush. I know you upset too because you was there when it happened, bitch. But baby. Yeah, so the next day is Sunday. And, she's my assistant. So Susan usually gets there a little earlier than me. This particular day, she texts me. Bro, I need to find it. Hold on. Alright, y'all. I got it. So this happened October 10th. I remember the day like it was yesterday. Like, I don't even have that date on my phone. I just remember this shit because this shit was traumatic. Okay? So, she texted me like, I have to take my mom to the airport or whatever. All that stuff, like I said. So, the next day, which is October 10th, she texted me. And I'm going to put it on the screen, too. I'm going to insert it. Woo! Okay. She like, did you leave the trash can open? Like, this with the door open? I said the door was wide open. And I said, which trash can? Because I just couldn't, like, why would you text me that? You know damn well I didn't leave my motherfucking door open. And my trash can knocked over. With my money in it? Be so for real. Like, be so for real. Like, what are we talking about? You know I didn't do that. Why would you even ask me that? She said the money one, it was tipped over with money hanging out, and it don't look like it's much left in there at all. It's cracked like halfway open. I said, send me pictures. Was the door open? She said, so she sent me a picture. So I don't have the messages after that, because I think I got up. Okay, so after I said send me pictures, was the door right open? Mind you, I FaceTimed her too, and she did not answer the phone. So she sends me a picture. She proceeds to send me a picture of like how the door looks, and it was like cracked open, and like like between the cracks, well, it wasn't cracked, it was like, you can see it a little bit in the screenshot, but it was like open a little bit, and like you can see the trash can like kind of knocked over with the money spilled out. I'm like, so she sent me a picture or whatever, and I don't think nothing of it. I'm just like, what the fuck? So I hurry up, I get up, I get dressed, I go to the shop, because I didn't have to be there until like an hour after, because she still had to braid her down and prep her for me. So I hurry up in a panic, and I go and I get up and I go to the shop. So when I get to the shop, she is, you know, braiding my client. So I start to like, you know, look around and stuff, and the bitch is like, she like, yeah, the money is gone, and the chips, it was like I had a bag of like variety chips on my refrigerator, because I leave chips out for my clients. She like, the bag of variety chips is gone, and that's the only thing. Now y'all, when this first happened, my mama told me, she said, that bitch stole your money. And I didn't want to believe her, because that's my friend. So boom, she like, that's missing. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I'm trying to wrap my head around that. I'm like, I don't understand like how this would happen. I'm like, so we start bouncing ideas off each other, and she brings up the fact that she thinks it is the security guard, not security guard, the nigga was not security. Who was he? She says that she thinks that it was the maintenance question mark, yes, maintenance. He'd be taking our trash out, so I think it was the maintenance man, but he wasn't fixing shit. He was just janitor. We're gonna call him a janitor. She said that she feel like it was the janitor or whatever, because the janitor did give like he lived up there with his kids or whatever the case may be, because like at 7 a.m. he'd be coming out the shop with like, well, the building with like all of his kids getting ready, like they'd be ready for school type shit. So she like, I think it was the janitor, and that explains why the chips is gone, da da. So I'm like, hell yeah, like, bitch, it's the janitor. Like, what am I dumb? But I'm like, it's the janitor. Like, it's not, no way it's not the janitor, and he gonna take the chips to go feed his family. Like, hell yeah. Yo, I was eating that shit the fuck up. I swear I was. So, Winter, please. I was eating the story up. So I text the man that owned the shop. I'm like, boom, 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 boom. I said, somebody broke into my shop. I think it was the janitor, because he took the chips to feed his family. And, you know, they like, you know, we don't have no cameras. It was a raggedy building. So I can believe they didn't have no freaking cameras. Like, if we being honest, like, I could really believe that. So they like, yeah, woo. So I'm like, okay. So then I just get to thinking, y'all. Oh, no. So after all of that, like, this was the same day we were supposed to go to the Millennium Tour. So we go to the Millennium Tour, like, we turning up, or whatever the case may be. Everything fun, da 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 da. So yes, this bitch went to the Millennium Tour with me, turned up in my face after she caught a lick off my money. She did. I was a dummy. I was a dummy, y'all. I was really a dummy. November 15th. Okay, so this is 5 days after. So after the Millennium Tour, like, I just could not stop thinking about my money. Like, I just could not. Like, the janitor shit just didn't make no sense to me no more. Because I'm like, okay, cool. But I start thinking, like, bro, nothing else in my shop was touched or messed up. The only thing that was gone was the trash can and the bag of chips. Like, that's the only two things that were gone. Nobody would think that nobody would know that I was putting my money in a trash can. First off, anybody in their right mind would know it was just a trash can. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and the janitor never came into my suite to like get my trash or anything. We always had to put our trash on the outside of our door. So it's like he wouldn't have no reason to access or enter my suite. So it was like the math wasn't mathing. So I'm like, at that point, I'm like, yeah, no, the janitor didn't do this shit. He didn't do this shit. So this was the 15th of October. Oh, no. Okay, so I think this happened before this. Just kept thinking on it. So like I was doing my homegirl hair or whatever. Remind you, I told everybody this about this. Cause I'm like, God, I need everybody head in it. I'm like, my mama think it's Suzanne. And like, what y'all think? You know what I'm saying? Like, what y'all think? This is what she said. Like, I'm just bouncing her dick. Cause I'm flabbergasted. She stole my, like, I'm like, this, she cannot have stolen my money. Like, like, y'all, I'm trying to figure out every way to put it other than on her. So I'm like, remind you, we the only two people know where my money was at. Me and her was the only two people. My suite wasn't ransacked. If I'm coming in, I'm bringing somebody's suite. First of all, the cubicle that I was kind of in, it was my suite. It was a suite right here. And then it was like 2 other suites on the end of the hall. So it's like, why would y'all come in, pick my suite out of all suites, and then y'all go exactly where my money at? Y'all don't even trash the place looking for it. Y'all go exactly where my money at. Because if I'm a burglar trying to hit a suite and I don't really know, baby, I'm going through drawers. I'm going through like all the stuff I think I would never go through a trash can. I'm doing my homegirl hair and I'm like, you know, I'm telling her the story or whatever. I'm like, bitch, these the messages. So when I'm trying to pull up the messages, when I'm pulling up the messages so she can kind of like see, you know, what happened, she can read it because I'm doing her hair. Bitch, I realized that the picture that she had sent me of like the door cracked with my money kind of knocked over. Girl, why the fuck is it a live video? So I'm like, girl, this is a live video. She like, what? I'm like, yeah. She like, play it. So I plays it. Y'all, there's music in the background playing. There's music in the background of the live playing. So that means that taking the picture wasn't the first thing you did. It couldn't have been. Because there's music playing in the background. So that means you plugged your phone up to the speaker and you took the photo. Because, like, how did you... Like, you feel what I'm saying? You too comfortable. Because me, if I walk up to a suite, that's my friends, or anything that's my friends, and I see signs that she has been robbed, baby, I would have been on FaceTime with you so fast. Like, I would have been on FaceTime like, oh, nah. Baby, I would have called police then FaceTime with you. Like, I would have, it just wouldn't, it wouldn't gave go put music on the speaker. It wouldn't have gave that. I know that. This is when I become FBI and I start unraveling this shit. This is when it becomes. So I'm starting to think, I'm like, this bitch put music on the speaker. Oh, okay. So I start to ask her stuff. Like, I'm not telling her the information that I'm finding out. I'm just asking her stuff. So I call her. I'm like, hey, Suzanne. She like, hey. I'm like, girl, like, you know, I just can't get, you know, the day that my money was taken out of my head. I'm like, girl, like, can you just run me through the day one more time? Remind you, I still talk to my client, everything. I'm like, what did you see when you feel me, when she walked in? She was like, she didn't go back there because where my waiting room was, you can't see my door. So my client was first. My sister had came after her because she was late. So I'm like, did you see? She's like, no, I didn't see that. So I'm like, okay, cool. So we on the phone. I'm on the phone with her. I'm like, girl, yes, run me through the day one more time. She like, okay, girl. So this her. She's like, okay, well, and I'm going to portray her as the fat, ugly man. Like, I'm gonna change my voice to a fat, ugly man when I'm talking about her, because that's what she is, a fat, ugly man that stole my motherfucking money. bitch. And if you watching this, I said what I said. So she like,
yeah, girl, I can like you through it or whatever the case may be. She like, so I got there or whatever, and I seen it was like that, and I took a picture and I sent it to you, and that's when I hit you up. I said, okay.
So that's the first thing you did. I said, you didn't do nothing else.
She said, no, girl, I didn't do nothing else. She said, I took the picture and I sent it to you. That's the first thing I did.
I said, okay. I said, so was anybody else in a suite when you got there? She said,
No, it was only me and your friend.
it was only you and my client. But there was music playing in the background. So that means that you just lied to me. You just lied to me. Because if that was the first thing that you did, and it's like, photo, how the fuck is there music playing in the back of my video? Me in the back of your picture. How? And then you said you was the only bitch there, so it's like, it couldn't have been nobody else. That's when the shit in my head started turning, y'all. I'm like, this girl stole my money. And right, I'm still telling all my clients. Y'all, this shit happened October 10th. It took me to October 22nd to really realize she stole my money. So, and then it makes sense because, like I said, we the only two people that know about janitors. So it's like the way you set it up so good because you knew you could spend it on janitor by taking the chips because we always said that, you know, we felt like he lived up here with all his kids. So boom, you spent it like that. That's why you took the chips to hide your yeah. And remind y'all, the day that this all happened, I had found an empty chip bag in like a duffel. One of my duffels I was going through. And I don't know what if she stole my money that day? Y'all, I don't know. Nah, what if she stole my money? What if she stole my money that day? Because I found an empty chip bag. But it's like, where did you put all the chips, bitch? Whatever. So, I just get to question her like, out of nowhere, just on some slick stuff. Like, she think whole time I'm buying like the whole security guard type of vibe. Like, she thinks I'm buying this. She thinks I'm buying it for sure. She thinks I'm eating it up. Like, eating the whole plate. Like, food, plate, everything. I'm eating the whole thing. She think I'm eating it up. So, we at work, this reminds you, like, prior to this, she was telling me, like, oh, you know, her car just had got fucked up, so she had to pay all this money to get her car fixed or whatever. Like, she's telling me all of this stuff. So, she was down bad. You remind you, right before I found out, well, right before she stole my money, right before she stole my money, I was telling her, like, you know, I'm probably gonna end up firing her soon because she had got a new job because, like I said, all of this stuff was happening in her life. And, you know, just what I was paying her just wasn't cutting it with the bills, which I understand. Okay, cool, because she got a job at UGG. So I'm like, you know, but I need somebody that can be here 24/7. Like, I can't have nobody that can be here some days and you know, not other days. So I'm like, yeah, like, you feel me? I'm probably gonna have to end up finding somebody, you know, else because you just not here enough. So that's right, like, you know, that's when she started to, you know, steal my money. It's just all that, you see how all of this stuff is just coincidency. Like, I told you I'm about to fire her a little bit before you stole my money, and then the live photo stuff. It's like, then it's like the storyline that you put into my head. Only us, like, it's just too much. So boom. And God was just revealing, like, when I say God really works, and when he say the truth shall set you, well, not the truth, he really be working whenever the little saying where it be like, the truth come to light, the truth always come to light, like, the truth always come to light. And when I tell you with this story, like, the truth was just being brought to me day after day after day. Like, it was just literally getting clearer and clearer as time went on. After I shut down the janitor story, she tried to blame it on the people next door to us, because the people next door to us was like, he was a barber, so it was like a lot of men coming in and out. But remind you, my shit was in the trash can. I'm very smart about when I put my money in there and everything. Like, and I used to work late hours. I used to work from 7 a.m. to 12 a.m. When I was finished, nobody was in the building. And that's when I was putting my money in there. And only me and you knew how much I had in there because I used to let you pay yourself. That's how you know how locked in I was with this girl, because I was letting her pay herself. Like, I wasn't tripping off that, because I'm like, my friend would never take from me, my friend would never steal from me. And she already knew, like, if it was ever that, like, and you needed something, I would give it to you. So I was on the phone, we was talking or whatever. Her boyfriend had just got into a car accident or whatever. So they was at the hospital, quote unquote. And this day, I think when I had got there, either my suite was unlocked or something like that. Something fishy was happening with the door. I think the door was unlocked or something. And I had checked her. I'm like, you left, because I think she either went up there to drop off my cousin Lashes, because I think she took my cousin Lashes home on accident or some shit. And I'm like, you know, I had to check her about my door, because I'm like, don't be leaving my door. Like, make sure you lock my door, because, you know what I'm saying, especially after my shit just got hit, like, I need to make sure that my stuff is secure. Like, don't just be leaving my door unlocked. So y'all, this is why I say God really be on my side and he don't play about me. Because literally after we got off the phone, after I talked to her about, you know, leaving my doors unlocked and stuff like that, especially after my stuff just got hit, like, I know I was more on alert to make sure I was checking it twice, okay? So it's like, you should too, because if somebody just hit my stuff, why are you not checking my stuff? You know what I'm saying? So y'all, this girl texts me on accident. Remind you, she meant to send this to somebody else. Remind you, I just checked her about leaving my door unlocked. She says, I
know, but I mean, it was in. We've been leaving the door open a lot for AP.
And then she responds after she said, I don't know what the fuck I just typed, but I'll keep you updated. Girl, you know what you just typed. You didn't mean to send that to me. And then, you know what's crazy? She said AP, but she had a cousin, or her boyfriend had a cousin named AG. He been leaving the door open a lot for AG. Bitch. Because when I said we just got off the phone and ended our conversation, you had no reason to text me after. You had no reason to text me. So that was another thing where I was just like, it's becoming clearer and clearer. Like, this girl stole my money. Like, she stole my money. So after that had happened, I went back to work because I'm off on Sundays and Mondays. And I think Sweetest Day was on Sunday. So when we came back to work on a Tuesday, and we talking or whatever, she like, you know, I asked about her Sweetest Day weekend or whatever. I'm like, you know, how did it go? She like, oh,
it went good, you know,
I'm like, okay, well, what you get him, girl? Like, what you get him? She like, oh,
well, I got him a PS5.
a PS5? After you just told me that you was also broke. You just told me that you was so broke. But after my money gets stolen, you was able to afford your nigga a PS5 for Sweetest Day. So I'm like, girl, how did you, like, how was you able to afford a PS5? She like, okay, y'all. Alright, y'all, when I say this, it might sound real bad. When I say this, it might sound real bad. But she's not the prettiest girl. But she is pretty. Like, she is, like, okay. She's not ugly. She's not but ugly. She's definitely fuckable, but she's not, like, the baddest bitch out to have. Okay, I'm gonna just tell you. So she proceeds to tell me that there's this guy that has been wanting to fuck with her or whatever. And, this guy that has been wanting to fuck with her or whatever the case may be. And that the guy punched, or she said swiped one of those, a PS5 for her and gave it to her for free. Now, like I said, you're not the baddest bitch, baby. And around that time, that's when the PS5 just came out. Ain't no way a guy is punching or swiping a PS5 for you, for your man, for Sweetest Day, giving it to you for free and not getting nothing out of that. Baby, you won't have to suck a little something or give a little yeah for that. She said she got it for free. She didn't have to do none of that. You know what I'm saying? She just got the pool like that. No, you don't. No, you don't. I don't even think a guy would do that for me. Like, around that time, he could have taxed on that. Stop playing with me. Get out of here. Get out of here. That did not happen. So that was another one where I was just like, no. So this is when it gets real funny. This is probably like October 20th. 19th, 18th, around that time. This is when it gets really funny. So I'm like, I just continue to question her. So this is when she comes up there, I think either to get some money from, like, you know, what I owe her for the week or something like that. She had came up there. And I'm like, girl, you know, I just can't get the whole situation out of my head. Woody whoa. I'm like, I just don't understand. So what you think happened? Because I don't think it was the janitor. I don't think it was none of that. And she was like, yo, I kid y'all not. This bitch said,
I think you let her go.
I said, a Joe. She said, yeah.
She said, yeah.
And she talking about that fucking show, You. She said, I think
you let her go. I think somebody's been watching you and stalking you.
You playing with me. You playing with me. And right then and there, I should have smacked her in her fucking face. But I was so, like, surprised that she would even say something like that to me. A joke. Like, I said right now is not the time to play.
She like, no, I'm for real. Like, I think you really have a joke. Like, I think somebody has been watching you.
Get out. Yeah, this girl stole my money. Like, she stole my money back. Y'all, I could not even do nothing, but I was just so hurt. Like, I was so hurt. Like, y'all, cried because, like, this was my friend for real. Like, I really consider her like my friend. Like, I really did. And I would have never thought that she would do something like this to me. Go to a concert with me after and then play in my face for what, 12 days? My nail tech, her name is Erin, and this was Sheena's homegirl. Like, Sheena had brung us together or whatever. She started doing my nails. And like, I'm kicking it with her and I'm like, I think this was either October 22nd or October 21st that I got my nails done. I think it was the 21st. So I go to my homegirl Erin. I'm like, yeah, girl. Like, I'm telling her what happened. She was like, you know, honestly, I wouldn't put it past her. Like, it's been situations where stuff has came missing up, you know, with us, like, weed-wise. And, you know what I'm saying, we'll check her about it. And she was like, no, I ain't do it. Whoa. So, like, I wouldn't put it past her. But she like, I know Suzanne. And I know, you know, how she kind of, like, moves. So I'm like, okay. She said, confront her about it. She said, I know her, and if you confront her about it and she acts like real nonchalant, she's lying. She's lying, like she stole your money. But if she acts like she cares, then she didn't steal your money. She said, because that's how she is. Like, I know her. I'm like, okay, cool. So I end up, you know, just end up confronting her, y'all. Not really confronting her. But I rather me not knowing or not. If you stole my money, I'm not going to beat your ass. I'm going to just tell you that you can't work for me no more. And we just not going to be cool. Because as much as I hate to believe it's you, like, all the signs, you know, point to you. Like, unfortunately. And I just can't have you around me. Y'all, she responds and says,
Okay, I'll drop your key.
what did Aaron say? She said, the bitch responds nonchalantly. She stole your. I go home and I tell my mama, I'm like, I think she stole my money. Like, she did. And I told my mama, like, all the reason why I think she did. My mom was like, basically, like, I told you so. Mom told me, like, you know, see if somebody else can go get your key. Cause, like, I don't want you fighting her. Or anything like that. Like, mama would not let me go get my key. Like, she made me call my cousin to go up to the shop and meet her with my key. So, but honestly, y'all, I was so hurt. I didn't even want to fight. Like, I wasn't even mad. Yeah, no. I wasn't even mad to the point where I wanted to fight yet. Like, I was more so, like, grieving a friend. That was my girl for real. So, to really come to the realization that she stole my money from me was wild. Like, I ended up just cutting her off after that, y'all. I ain't talked to the girl since. I haven't seen her since. Like, God has been keeping her on my path. I haven't. And still to this day, like, well, I ain't fighting nobody now. Like, I'm too grown to be fighting anybody, but I still don't even want to fight her. I just really feel bad for her. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, your karma gonna be way worse than anything that you put on me. Like, what they say, oh, Color Purple? Till you do right by me, everything in your life gonna crumble. Till you do right by me. Type shit. Like, bitch, till you do right by me, everything in your life gonna crumble. So, it ain't no stress, it ain't no. And then when I started thinking about it, y'all, I remember that it was me and her only. And I had put $600 up for my rent in an envelope, and I put it in my trolley. It was just me and her. And I had put it, you know, in my trolley or whatever. And when it came time to pay my rent, y'all, it was gone. Like, it was gone. And, like, even when I moved, and I'm a very, like, irresponsible person. So, like, I might take something from a couple days and put it here and forget I put it there and I not know where it's at. So, I ended up just paying my rent or whatever, another $600. Okay, whatever. But when I went back, like, oh, no, not when I went back. When I eventually moved all of the suites to my new salon that I was in, I still didn't find the envelope. That's how I knew. I said, this girl stole my envelope too. And that's crazy. Like, she been stealing from me because, like I said, I used to. And it was so funny because this guy that I used to kick it with or whatever, my ex, I guess you could call my ex-boyfriend. I had told him, like, you know, oh, girl stole my money. And he was even surprised because that's how tight in we was. Like, that was my girl. Like, he was even surprised. And he was like, but why did you start moving your money to a trash can anyway? Like, you had to have moved your stash for a reason. Like, you had to feel like something was going on. And that is true because I used to keep my money in my drawer or whatever, and I start feeling like after every day, like, my stash will be like low. So I did kind of like think like, you know, I don't know, like, something ain't right. But she used to pay herself, so I think that she was taking more than what she was supposed to be taking. But, you know, I changed it to the game. You feel what I'm saying? I know I'm going to be blessed regardless. So, I'm not tripping on that, bro. Like, I'm really not. But, yes, that story was crazy, y'all. It was very hurtful. And, like, now I just be real guarded, like, around everybody. Like, I don't trust a soul. I don't put nothing past the soul. I don't care if you my closest homegirl. I don't care nothing. Because it just showed, that just goes to show that the people closest to you is really the people that you gotta watch the most, because that's who that's who you are most vulnerable with, who you just, you know, you don't really keep your guard up around. I do feel like the people that I have around me today would never do nothing like that to me. Like, I do feel like genuinely they're different, but still, I still be keeping a little side eye or whatever the case may be, because you just never know. But yes, y'all, that was my story time. I appreciate y'all so much for tuning into my video. Make sure you like, comment, and share. And until next time.